Hello dear, greetings of the day from Almighty CS. Today we want to cover one use case of construction company where company is offering us services related to the construction work to their customer, and based on the project progress they are invoicing to the customers, and they are adding their expenses and related stuff, and after commencing everything they want to see the final profit and loss of the project. So to manage such a use case, let's say that we have installed needed apps over here in Odoo version 16 Enterprise Edition. Project, purchase and related apps are installed over here. Now, for this use case of construction work, first we will need to manage all the services which we are offering to our customers in the database. So for that, over here we can go to the products menu of the cells, and we can configure needed products over here in the database, whatever services we are offering to them. First, all the services are created in the database. Let's say that we have created only one needed service over here, which is the construction service. You can configure the product type and the invoicing policy to the based on milestone over here for the invoicing purpose, and we are creating the project and task for the same. You can configure the different pricing based on the need. There can be multiple different services. At the moment we have just configured only one service to make the demo very simple and straightforward, and to make demo faster also, that we have configured the quotation template also. Let's say that we have construction quotation template, where in the construction project we have these 5 different tasks with different description. Okay, and each and every one will have their own milestone and related stuff based on our need. Okay, so once we have this configuration done in the database, we will be creating a quotation whenever we get any requirement from our customer. So let's say that we have over here one requirement for Almighty Consulting Solutions, which is our one of customer, and they want to build their Almighty house, we can say. So for that they are looking for the service, and when we are providing them a service, we will be defining all this stuff. Whatever we are taking by default, we have configured everything in the quotation template to save the time. So let's say that we have 5 different services offered, each one have different costing over here. Currently we have taken the same, which is 40,000 USD. In total project cost is 2 million USD. Now this quotation will be sent to the customer by mail, and once customer approves the quotation and confirms order, based on our planning, that will be processed ahead. We are not going on that flow of the sending mail and approval and all, but over here we are confirming the order straightforward. Let's say that we have a confirmation from the customer. So once we have a confirmation of the customer and we confirm the order, automatically 5 tasks are created for each and every service which we have offered them, and one project is also created over here, and the 5 milestones are there. For each and every one task there is one milestone, so it can be managed very easily, as we have configured on the service that we will have a invoicing based on the milestone of the project. Now once we see that new that project is created, let's rename it to the Almighty house. Now once we have this project ready over here, you will able to see that there are different tasks available on this cell order. These are the milestones, and we have 5 tasks. For each and every task, there can be different stages. For each and every project you can have the different stages based on your need. Let's say that currently all that tasks are under new, then work in progress. We can create a different stages over here, which is normal procedure, done, and so on. So now whenever we are working on any task, we will be moving into the in progress, then all the timesheet entries will be done and related progress will be inserted over here. Let's say that Meet Patel is working over here on this project. they spent around 2 days, maybe 16 hours in total for this work, we can say. Allocated hours also can be there, let's say it was 20 and so on. So we can see the progress also. Total time spent was 16 and remaining hours are 4. On the employee itself, we can set the different costing, that what is the hourly cost for this employee, which is $100. That will be useful later on. So based on our progress, we will be moving the task to the work in progress and done, that will be assigned to the different employees and assignees. So once that work is already commenced, we will be checking the progress of project normally. So we go over here and we see the status, which is, we call it as a project update also. Over here you will able to see everything, that smart buttons are there to see the different data of the project. Here you can see all the sell order lines linked to this project, milestone, budgets, and everything is there. Over here you can see that 5 milestones. So to deliver these milestones, let's say that we are creating one update. You can see that first 2 milestone delivery. Over here let's say that they have delivered both the milestone. We set the progress over here. If both the tasks are done, we will be marking as a done. So over here, once we complete these 2 milestones, we will just mark as reach over here. And once it is marked as a reach, both the milestones are delivered in progress. Here when we see that, it will show us that first 2 milestones are already completed and delivered. In the delivered state, it is showing 1. So we can create an invoice for both the delivered services to our customer. When that stage is completed, let's say that we create one new regular invoice for this, and total invoicing is 80,000. We confirm and send it to the customer. Once they complete the payment, we will be registering the payment in the system and everything will be settled. Now we are going back to our flow of the project. So once all the milestones are completed and delivered, all the timesheet entries are done simultaneously, that different expenses also will be added in the system. Over here let's say that there is one expense of hotel stay by employee admin. Let's say that total cost was around 2000, and analytic account linked with this is Almighty House. We accept this expense straightforward and submit it to the manager. Once it is approved, we will be accepting that, and related payments will be done to the employee if that was paid by them. There can be multiple different flows for that, so but we are not going in deep for that. We are coming back to our flow of that sales. So now once we are back to this, over here sell order number is 31. If we go to the projects, over here you will be able to see that Almighty Sales or Almighty House is there. We will be able to see the different project updates again. In the project updates, we can see all the vendor bills, invoices, sell orders, tasks, whatever milestones we have completed, whatever billing is there. Then expenses can be seen over here. We entered the value over here, and that can be seen. If we want to add budgets, that can be also managed, but that will be another use case. Over here we are doing it based on the fixed cost with the milestone delivery. Let's say that we create a final delivery for each and every milestone. Normally we will be creating updates for it and delivering it to the customer, and if we wish to update everything in the single, we can do that also. But to save the time, I am just completing all the milestones over here. Once all the milestones are completed, we can open that sell order again and build the remaining stuff. If we provide extra services, we can add over here also. Okay, so let's create a final invoice for these sales. Once everything is completed, final billing will be created and it will be settled. Let's say that they completed a payment also, so we registered the payment and complete the related flow. Now we are back on the sell order. Once we see everything is completed, ordered quantities are already delivered and project is completed, so we mark this as done, and we can see all the progress of the project directly from here also, that everything was on the track, everything is delivered. We can see that profitability of this project. In terms of profitability, we entered just only one expense and one timesheet entry, so total expense is not that much, but the profit is very high. Over here we can see that if we want to see this profit and loss in the profit and loss balance sheet, then we can go to the accounting profit and loss statement. Over here we can see that everything is there, but we want to see that specific accounts entry. Then we can enter that almighty cs, almighty house project, and over here you can see in this column all the entries related to that. Net profit is 198 to 60 because we created some expenses related to timesheet entry and house stay. So in this way you can complete all your flows of construction company, and you will have all the details in the profit and loss, terms of profitability and related stuff. Hope this flow is helpful to you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.